into it right now. So game number 1 of today's Cup 26 coverage for the ESL North American. That's a lie. America's Cup number 26. It's going to be good. It's going to be fun. Let's get into it. Haunted Minds is out, but Garden of Terror is in. And let's take a quick look at what the drafts are going to be. Now, I actually have no idea who is going to be blue. So Just Ended had first pick. Let's hope that they're blue. Because they're going to be the first ones up here for picks and bans. It is going to be a Brightwing ban. She has definitely risen when it comes to some of these bans because somewhat of a little bit of a bug right now. She does double healing on herself with the passive rather than single. So a lot of people have actually been banning her out. It also forces a little bit more diversity in our support pool. But the PLEYZ are saying, we know you, and we don't like the Lost Vikings. So, rip, no Vikings here today. A little bit of a smaller map, but Vikings going into Garden of Terror plant vehicles are definitely something you don't really want to deal with. Jaina, first pick for Just End It, and the PLEYZ respond immediately with going into a Sylvanas. The lovely ladies of the storm are still very much a thing here on the North American side of things. So, there's no Kael'thas ban, there's no Illidan ban, there's no Anubarak ban. I'm kind of curious which way the PLEYZ will go. I've been doing Europe casting all day. So I'm not entirely too sure anymore what NA likes to pick up because my thought patterns are just not there. But it looks like it's going to be an Uther. So the PLEYZ could actually set up for an Illidan, for a Kerrigan, for one of those melees. We've seen a lot of Zeratul today in the North American stuff. So I'm curious if it, in the EU stuff. So I'm curious if NA will actually pick some of that up. Either way, Just End It is now onto their turn phase, and they have a lot to think about. Kael'thas is still on the board. Vala. If they do have a preference for a tank, we might see it this round. We'll be seeing a lot of Muradin these days. But there's the Anubarak. He is too much to give up. And it will actually be the counter with an Illidan there. So let's take a quick Anubarak and Illidan are going to be the picks here. So no setup here for PLEYZ. They can still, however, counterplay it a little bit. They can go double support, they can go flex here, they can get their own Zeratul if they really want to try to contest this. I wonder if it will be Chu to play that Illidan. Very curious. I've definitely been I've suffered at the hands of Chu 8's children before. It doesn't always go over well for me, I'll tell you that. So the PLEYZ has a Sylvanas and an Uther. If they were thinking of Illidan, it's now no longer an option. So what they could do here is just kind of not prioritize melee. They might want to get their better backline. Vala, Kael'thas, Tychus, Falstad, one of these bigger DPS into the backline there to go with that Sylvanas. Because the Sylvanas is great for the split pushing, but up against an Illidan, it's not exactly going to be an answer. So you do need to kind of pile up a little bit more firepower into your backline. We also might start looking at warriors here from PLEYZ. Because we got already the Uther. So the support is not a big priority here since it's already basically taken care of. I would expect to see either a Tyrael or a Muradin. Maybe an ETC. I'm a little hesitant to call an ETC here though. So damage or warrior. Okay, there's the Tyrael. PLEYZ picking up the Tyrael. It's you just don't want to give away like a Tyrael and Anubarak. Not that I think Just End It would go for it here, because that would be a triple melee plus for a dive comp. I mean, they still might, so might as well take it away here. PLEYZ with the shields, PLEYZ with that judgment initiation. It's likely to be targeting out one of the squishies. So we got Jaina on the board. We still might even see a Kael'thas, but I want to see PLEYZ pick up a damage here. I really do. I don't think they needed to prioritize a warrior with the Anubarak already on the other side. And it is going to be a Kael'thas. There it is. So the fire and ice will be separate sides today. The PLEYZ do have a pretty decent backline between the Kael'thas, between the Sylvanas. So now what can Just End It do? Well, the Brightwing is out. There's already an Uther pick, so it's either going to be a Rhaegar or a Malfurion, and it is going to be a Malfurion. And I absolutely love how quick this last pick was. We are going to have the Illidan Abathur hype. Get hype, ladies and gentlemen. Abathur is once more a thing. Battle Abathur is actually predominant in Europe. You go level 1 for the spike burst, level 4 for the attack speed, level 7 for the needle spine, which is the attack range and the attack damage on your stab. Now, on this map, I would definitely expect to see double Illidan to come out for the team fights. But then at 13, you get Soma Transference, which is health return on Spike Burst, and level 16, you get the slow on Spike Burst. And putting that on an Illidan already as mobile as he is, it creates an absolute team fight monster. So the plays need a warrior. You definitely need to have someone a bit more controlling. I'm thinking more Mirrodin to go with this Tyrael, and not an ETC. If they do go another damage dealer, I think we're in a little bit of trouble. And it is going to be a Mirrodin. All right, so they know that. They need the tankiness a little bit here. And it looks like that will be our draft, ladies and gentlemen. So the double warrior hype to take on not only the Illidan, but the Abathur. They also got the Anubarak in there as well. So in terms of ultimates, let's take a quick look at what some of these heroics could possibly be. Jaina is going to be Water Elemental almost for sure. I want to say we're going to see a Web Blast from Just End It. They can Web Blast out the Kael'thas, they can Web Blast out the Uther, the Sylvanas, some really high priority targets right there, and then they can just use their combined, team power and CCs to try to burst someone down, to try to lock somebody down while that Web Blast target is in that cocoon. You're going to see a Metamorphosis, a Tranquility, and I really do think you will see double Illidan. The map, I don't think, is big enough to really look for the monstrosity. But, I mean, I could be wrong. I'm 50-50 on that one, so I'm not entirely too sure which way that will fall. Sylvanas with the Wailing Arrow, we're going to get Divine Shield. Very likely a Divine Shield. Judgment, Avatar, and, of course, the Phoenix. Not really a lot of pros these days go into the Pyroblast, especially with the Nubaraks on the field. There's just way too many ways to get into that back line with that Kael'thas there and just stun him out. And now you're down on ultimate in a team fight when you really could use one. So you go for the Phoenix. The Phoenix has a really nice low cooldown anyways, and it's a great zoning tool. It's a great setup. It's a great disengage. You can contest a lot of objectives with it. It's like a Starfall on a much more useful cooldown. So either way, not entirely too sure what we're waiting for here, but Chew8 and crew got to get this one rolling. I'm really hoping Just End It's on the left-hand side because I don't really want to redo this draft. So game, Chew8, game. It has been a long time since I've got to cover a Chew8 game. Chew8 and I go all the way back to the very beginning of Heroes of New Earth beta. Would you believe it? Since Chew is joining the game super late, I have to wonder if they're actually going to be red. God damn it, they're going to be red. Okay. Fine, be that way. I don't really want to redo that, so yeah, not. B-Kid joined the lobby. That's an old... B-Kid's an old Heroes of New Earth name as well. Anyways, I digress. We're going to be getting into this one, ladies and gentlemen, so here's the lobby. I'm not trying to bullshit or anything. They're just kind of waiting at this point. I'm going to switch the teams around. Update. Good. And, yeah, I'm just going to have to remember to swap the Victor by the end of it there. Are we ready? Pretty sure we're ready. We are ready, Lex. I am ready. We are ready. The Chew subs are hopefully ready and spamming the channel. That's what I would really expect you guys to be doing right now. And I'm probably not that wrong. Here goes the pick, Skeletor. The skeleton Abathur. I remember when that skin came out. It was so ridiculously hype. Demon Malfurion. It is a Malfurion Illidan combo today. Now, we don't really have like a ton of bursts from the plays. Like with the Phoenix, it's distributed damage. The Silence Arrow is distributed damage. The Judgment, Thunderclaps. Like there's a lot of distributed damage here. So I really do think that the Malfurion is going to be able to pull this through, healing-wise, up for Just End It. I really do think that Just End It has a little bit of a better chance here. If the PLEYZ can continually annihilate that Mirrodin, or that Malfurion with the Mirrodin, the PLEYZ are going to have a better chance at winning this one. But if they can't, I don't think Illidan and Abathur is going to get defeated that quickly just based upon personal experiences up against the Chew8 team and squad. But we're ready to go. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Garden of Terror, your first match tonight of the Go4Heroes America's Cup number 26. 28 teams today. Only one can go home with, I don't actually remember what you go home with. I think it might be only $100. Or it might be points. No, it's not points. This isn't a feeder league anymore. So I guess, yeah, everyone is battling for $100. But it's all about the experience. It's all about the bragging rights. It's all about showing off to sponsors. It's not really about the money. It's really not about the money to me. I don't get any money out of this one. I'm just here to lend my voice because you guys apparently want me to. It's been a heck of a day for solo casting. We're going to have some ESL Open matches throughout the week here on the FourCourtJester channel as well. We did a few of them last night, had quite a few viewers, and some really ridiculously good games. Everything you're going to see here tonight is best of 1 until finals, and finals will be best of 3. Finally, we are loaded into the game. We're going to be getting this one going. The PLEYZ is going to be on the left, just ended off to the right, and holy Toledo, 500 viewers later. All right. Lex Uther into the top lane, Yelcow, Pirate Rum, Evendrid, and Zeus going to be making up the PLEYZ. And for just ended, Horsepants, the legendary Horsepants, Tiger JK, Chu 8, Glorong, hello Glorong, long time no see, buddy, and B-Kid into the bottom lane. Doesn't look like we're going to have a bit of a 5-man collapse. It does look like everyone is just going to be off on their own devices here. What kind of level 1 talents do we got? Conjurer's Pursuit, With the Wind, Purge Evil, Mana Addict, and Reverberation. You're probably going to see quite a bit of Thunderclap from this Mirrodin, just as an FYI. Malfurion with the Scouting Drone. We got Deep Chill, Pressurized Glance, so that's the Symbiote Spike Burst. Keep an eye on this Abathur. You're very likely to see the Battle Abathur build that has been permeating the scene. We got Shadow Shield and, of course, Assault Scarab. B-Kid likely to go triple Beetles because they are just ridiculously good right now. Now, Glorong returning to melee DPS. I am really super excited to watch this game today because I guess it is Chu on the Abathur. It's not Chu on this Illidan, but Glorong, if I gotta say, if it's somebody better than Chu on an Illidan, it's going to be Glorong. But you know, despite the fact that they did put up a little bit of a big showing bottom, they've already lost half a tower against this push comp top. Sylvanas passive is just ridiculously good, especially when you don't really have too much of a response. And right now, Horsepants is not the man to be doing the response here. He has no wave clear, and he's just going to drain all his mana in Moonfires as well as those roots. Glorong and Tiger will find the roam from Lex and Pirate because they were going down for seeds. We got seeds popping in 5 seconds. But it won't be quite the kill there. They do back off very quickly. And it won't quite be a tower early, but still the damage is set. Now we are having Yelcow come up from the bottom. It looks like both sets of seeds will be taken here by the PLEYZ, but both sets in the bottom will be taken out by Just End It. Glorong and Tiger just kind of being best of buds, and B-Kid and his Beetles are off here to his own devices. Now, both of the supports have just kind of stuck around into the top. Horsepants with a little bit of a reprieve with no Sylvanas here. But that's going to be a short-lived reprieve. Nobody going for the big one into the top, but, I mean, we got an Illidan, we got B-Kid, we got Tiger here, so it's going to be a very quick bottom big guy. And, yeah, you have to respond by immediately starting out to the top one. If the PLEYZ don't do this, then there is a possibility of a very early plant terror going the way of Just End It, because they're up to 89. Apparently they missed one. But yeah, if they didn't come up to this as quick as they, this didn't get started as quick as it did, it could be 100 seeds right off the first night. But as you are about to find out, it will not be. It will be 90 to, oh, there's a seed down there. 90 to 89. Yelcow is going to find now the rest of the crew coming up here. Glorong, low hit points. He's just going to go right back in. Got envenomed, I think. And yeah, we do have that envenom there. So that's going to be a quick kill there. And a 2-for-1. Looking now for the 3. Lex Uther is on the retreat. Are we going to jump this? We are, because of the roots. The roots are good from Horsepants. A 3-for-1 exchange and even seeds going back and forth. Sylvanas did get out of dodge as quick as he could as soon as they got that 1 kill on Illidan. So she will survive, and the Tyrael wasn't even part of that whatsoever. He just loses this entire lane to the push of not only this creep wave, but I think there was a Locust or 2 in there. Chew8 is now bottom though, so his Locust will start pushing out with the Beetles of Beetle Kid. And let's take a quick look at the rest of level 4. Stun, body blocks, Tiger. You know, he's going to throw out the Blizzard, and he's not quite going to go down. Glorang is now being super sneaky and just going for enemy mercs here. They see 3 top, and they know that there's no real competition for Glorang to go down here, but they are going to be paying for it with that structure damage. Mercs respawn, structures don't. I'm not entirely too sure that's going to be a worth exchange. Glorang is now going to get spotted out here by Yao Cao. You see the first aid already popped out. Here comes Zeus. We got Kel'Thas and crew coming down as well. Glorang is by himself. There's the Abathur hat, but stuns and lockups. Plus, this will now be free bruisers going over to the PLEYZ. As soon as they left top, Glorang should have gotten out of dodge. As soon as they left top. And I'm a little curious that the communication was just not there from Just End It. But we do got level 7 hype. Let's take a quick look. Clairvoyance for our Uther. Unstable Poison. Don't actually know for Tyrael. Possibly Battle Momentum, but we'll see. Fission Bomb. We did get Thunderburn and the Piercing Bolt there for our Mirrodin. Pretty standard stuff. Pure Beetles for the Anubarak, as we're going out into level 8. We did get the Envenom there from the Jaina, and Frostbitten for the double with Deep Chill here for the Jaina. We do got Enduring Growth. No mules here from the Mirrodin, from the Malfurion today. Needle Spine at level 7 as expected for this Abathur. I'm pretty sure he's just going to go for that cookie cutter. And oh, that's a dead Tiger JK. Boom, 4-man hype, and now Sylvanas to push down this top with nobody to contest. That's a free fort if we don't get a response from Just End It. And the last one there, of course, was that first aid from Illidan, who is bottom lane with B-Kid, with the Chew8 Locusts. Are they just going to try to trade this out? They will not outrace a Sylvanas, especially with the Stone Bros in the back. But they're going to try. They got their own Stone Bros there now here as well. So Glorang, he's actually going to find Yao Cao here into the back, and he's just going to go right on top of him. That's one stun. Doesn't land it on B-Kid, but Glorang could just jump over that building because he's Superman. Leap taller than a building. And that will be the dwarf for dinner. But it will actually equalize out the forts. There's no response coming out from PLEYZ, because PLEYZ is up here and making sure that they steal as many mercs as possible. Chew8 is now up here. Monstrosity at level 10. It will not be a double Illidan game. He will try to use that to split push and counter push while these team fights are going on. Level 10 from both sides because of that as well. It's not a Web Blast. It will be Locust Swarm. So B-Kid will be looking to dive, pop out the Locust Swarm, and just get as many hit points back as he can. Deal the damage that he can. Out goes the Phoenix. You see the Judgment there on top of Glorang. He's up in the air. Kel'Thas, however, is going to drop. Glorang in the back is just having his way. Pirate Rum, Zeus, they're both going to drop. Horse Pants with that Tranquility, and there goes the Mirrodin as well. The only sole survivor of this one will be Lex Uther, but not if Glorang can do anything about it. Will he dive for the Uther? It is just not the time. Instead, we will have the map positioning for the seeds, and you can see already we're going to have that Plant Terror ready to go here on the side of Just End It. So the PLEYZ, while both sides were level 10, it's not a Divine Shield. It's a Divine Storm, and Lex didn't even get to use it. That is definitely a little bit of slip up here at level 10, but with those 4 kills now pushing us very close to 13, Just End It with a plant and very good positioning to almost grab a second one right off. There's still a small seed camp up here. We could have back-to-back terrors. Here comes Glorang and Horsepants. Tiger JK there with them as well. They'll find Yao Cao. Glorang's going to jump them. Zeus is here, but they're going to have to fall back from Glorang. They want to get into this tight space here for the Kel'Thas, and that is exactly the reason why. You throw down everything, the Illidan can't do much about it. Here goes the Judgment. Tiger JK is now going to drop. Chew is going to come in with his Monstrosity, but it's basically just a distraction. And going for the kills, it will now result in the lost seeds and not a back-to-back terror. But not all is lost. B-Kid wasn't part of those fights. He's been down here very busy pushing up against the gate of this keep. Now they have Pirate Rum on the defense, but it's not going to be enough to stop B-Kid for a while yet. We need to see a collapse here from the PLEYZ. But still, flower pots are going out. B-Kid is still fairly healthy. If he can draw the enemy to him, they're not going to be seeding, they're not going to be pushing. So he will be able to stall out just a little bit here for Just Ended to get those respawn timers and map positions back into place. He's now going to, again, come up to the top. Flower pot is out. It's going to do some massive damage, but he is drawing them to him. B-Kid does have his ult ready to go. He does have the Locust. This could be an engage off the back of the dead Terra, but it doesn't actually look like it will. He's just going to come down, and we do pick up the seeds. The PLEYZ decided not to actually solidify that lead, and this will be a second Terror going the way of Just Ended. Now do you see a big gank coming in? Avenged is actually going to drop. Kael'thas was the big target. Locust Swarm is out, and the Uther is down. And Yelkow, if he's already used that jump, he's not going to outrun Glorong and the Avatar. Good timing over the wall. Avatar is now going to come out, but still, these turrets, is this enough to take down Glorong? It's not, but it will force him out with that metamorphosis. And just like what we saw before with that fight, we didn't have all of the plays there. Zeus was in the bottom here with Pirate Rum, disabling the turrets. Zeus is still actually very healthy as this Tyrael plant tear. They pushed out that bottom fort, and now they're getting damage on this keep. So back and forth, the kills, the plays. The big difference, however, is that we have another plant already marching towards the plays from Just Ended. The level differences have also started to shake out a little bit more evenly here as well. One level between him, and we're almost 16 here for Just Ended. If they do get the 16 by the time this Terror gets to this keep, it's a massive teamfight advantage for Just Ended, and that could actually lead into a team wipe and possibly even the game, depending on the hit points here of B-Kid. We got a whole 60 seconds left on the Terror. Looking at some of the talents, there's the 16s. That's going to be the engage. Glorong going in, getting a little bit of damage, but still, the auto attacks from B-Kid are not to be scarfed at this point. Scoffed at, even. You don't scarf things like that. But B-Kid is going to be a big focus right here. He is going to use those hit points just as a soak for a little bit. Do we have our ult? We don't have the monstrosity, don't need it. But we don't also have Metamorphosis. Illidan needs to get some of those attacks down. Jaina, however, is going to pay the price. Do we actually not have the pressure here from Just Ended to actually end this? Glorong with the meta, finally getting that cooldown reduction going. He's going to jump Pirate Rum, who will get to safety. The only kills so far are the mages. Kael'thas went down. The Jaina is already out of it. We throw out the sword there from Zeus just in case, but still, I think this is going to be a keep. Glorong is there. He's looking for the kill on top of Zeus. The last flower pot will solidify that kill, and now they're looking for Yelkow. Glorong will get the 1, the 2, 3, 4, 5 kills, and now they're thinking, can they go for core? Horse Pants has no mana, no hit points. Glorong's cooldowns are down. B-Kid could theoretically tank it, but they just are not confident to do so. But still, 2 Terrors back to back is a terrifying notion to get so much keep damage and so much map positioning in 11.5 minutes. Plus, we also had the level disadvantage for the PLEYZ. They didn't have their 16 talents. So they were at a big disadvantage for the fight. They got wiped for it. They lost a keep. They're about to lose another fort. And they're also about to lose every single merc camp on the map. The next seed phase is in 12 seconds, 39 to 20. We still have so many seeds that Just Ended has enough to power forward, and they're going to be looking for another Terror and possibly the win on this next team fight. We do, however, now have 16 for the PLEYZ, so they're on equal footing. They could go for a fight. All of their heroics except Avatar are ready to go. Benediction, Double Blood for Bloods, the Ignite, and Stone Form will make up your team level 16s. For the PLEYZ, they jump in. Ice Block is good. Malfurion does not get bursted down. It will be Zeus. Instead, Evendred does get body blocked. He's going to be out. Zeus is now running for his life. Lex Uther is just going to get immediately just destroyed by Glorong. And there's just nothing really he can do about it. Mirrodin dies off screen as well, and Pirate Rum and Zeus, believe it or not, Zeus actually lived through that. But Pirate Rum is the only real defender in position here. Do we have a Terror? We don't even need it. Or do we? Did it actually go to waste? Oh my goodness, it actually went down to waste, but permanent damage is coming down. There's no mules in this game. Just end it. It looks to be in good position with a 3-level advantage to end this game. The Tyrio is out. It's only down to Pirate Rum. The GGs are called, and that is a 0% core. Just end it. We'll be moving on here to the next round of ESL Go4Heroes America's Cup number 26. That's totally not the right team. The PLEYZ. It's not the PLEYZ. Just end it. Damn. Well, it's not the PLEYZ victory, but that's the team that won. And that's not the team that won. That's still not it. There we go. I don't like it when teams get on their wrong sides of the draft. But there it is, just ended victory. Congratulations to them. They will be moving on here. And yeah, just Abathur, Illidan, Malfurion. Tranquility, Battle Abathur talents, and just Illidan being Illidan. The triumphant return of Glaurung, would you believe, as well. And just end it. We'll move on into the next match. I'm juggling way too many names here. That's still the wrong one. There you go. And we will say goodbye to Lex Uther and crew. Probably just going to follow Just Ended into the next one, but there might be a few minute delay as we have to wait for their opponents. I will have an update for you guys there, but just look for the timer at the top of the screen. It will be a 2-minute warning before we go live. And of course, you guys will now enjoy some of the movie trailers out there. So fun times for you.